Hey guys, so this is your girl Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. So before we get started, I just wanted to give my video disclaimer. And so everything discussed in this video is alleged and not factual. This video was created for the purposes of entertainment and to give my personal opinion. This is a commentary video. Video clips and articles may be used as part of my critical review. The commentator does not personally know the parties discussed in this video. This video was not created to attack anyone personally. This video is protected under the fair use guidelines. And so I wanted to get on here really quickly and talk about the relationship of Papoose and Claressa Shields. And so my question is, why is it that there are so many people that are in support of this relationship? Why is so many people in support of this relationship and they are rooting these people on, even though they are in sin and in biblical era right now? Now, again, this is a season where God is having me to call some stuff out. This is not about a personal attack against anybody, but I am giving my opinion behind the situation. And it baffles me how many people are in support of this relationship. Now, many of you guys may say, why do you care? Why do you care? Why don't you just let people do what they want to do? God is not calling people to stay silent when it comes to people making wrong decisions and bad behavior. And so I feel like we are in a time where God is wanting more marriages to take place. I believe that, there are so many men that Claressa could have chosen. Recently, she said that, a lot of men are in her DMs or whatever the case may be. Again, this is not an attack against her. She said there's a lot of men in her DMs. And it's like, why not chance it with one of those men versus getting with a man that is still married to somebody? So my question is, why is so many people okay with this relationship? There are a lot of men, mainly. There's a lot of women, but I've noticed there's a lot of men that are supporting Papoose, even though he's allegedly still married to Remy Ma. They are actively supporting this man, even though he is allegedly married to Remy Ma. I have heard people say, "Oh, this is a God thing. God has blessed Claressa with Papoose." God is not blessing a single woman with a married man. If that married man is already married and attached to somebody, I don't care if they're separated. I don't care if they're estranged, whatever you want to call it. God is nowhere in that situation. God is nowhere in that. Now, I understand that Claressa Shields, she has a lot of fans, and a lot of people want the best for her. They want to see her do well. But you have to be able to separate being a fan of boxing versus bad decisions. And this is a bad decision that she is making by getting with this married man and being in a public relationship with him. Again, it doesn't matter if this man is separated from his wife. I don't even care if they were legally separated. In the eyesight of God, they are still legally married. And so I really feel like Claressa, she doesn't really have anybody around her that's going to tell her the truth, mainly older women. Normally, an older woman, if they see you in error when it comes to a relationship, they would say something. They would say something. I'm going to give you an example. So there was this guy that was in my life that I was dating, and I thought XYZ, I thought it was going to go somewhere. I thought, it was going to go all the way. But, things happen or whatever the case may be. But after we had broken up, we still entertained each other. We still, went on dates. We still, vacation together, all these different things as if we were in a relationship. My aunt had to pull my coattail and tell me, you are in error. Do not continue to spend time with this man if he cannot make it up in his mind what he really wants with you. He knows that you desire marriage. Okay. At one point, he was desiring marriage. Don't allow him to make you an option where he can be bothered with you when he wants to be bothered with you and he's still dating other women or doing whatever he's doing. Don't continue to do relationship things with him, basically. Don't continue to do relationship things with him, and you guys are not even in a relationship. It was hurtful to hear that, but I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. And after thinking about that, I had to break things off with the guy because I realized I was much more valuable than what he was showing me I was. I was much more than that. Okay, I'm not somebody that I'm just going to be okay with going out on a date with you while you're doing XYZ because you're deciding that you want to entertain me on this day and then you'll entertain another woman on a different day. No, I'm much more than that. So again, an older woman had to pull my coattail to say, no, this is wrong. Don't continue to let him pull on your heart. Don't continue to do these things with this man if he can't give you a solid commitment. And so it's really strange to me that, no one has said anything to Claressa. Now, maybe they have, and she has just flat out ignored what they have said to her. The Bible talks about us seeking wisdom, and usually that wisdom is going to come from an older person. So we have to be able to listen, but it blows me away that so many people are supporting this relationship. You have to be able to separate being a fan from a person making a bad decision. Okay. And so it just makes me question these people that are supporting this relationship. Number one, are they married? Do they desire marriage? Because if you desired marriage, if you honored marriage the way God honored marriage, there's no way you would be in support of this relationship. There's no way. And again, this is not to bash Claressa or Papoose, but this is flat out wrong. This is a season where God is calling men to stand up and claim their wives. And like I said, it blows me away that there are so many men that are supporting Papoose's decision in terms of him getting with this woman, even though he is still married. Even though he's still married, all I have seen when I hear men talking about this, they're rooting this man on and they're saying it's because he got his heart broken by his wife. Number one, we don't know what really happened. We don't know what really happened in that marriage. We don't know if he stepped out first. We don't know if she stepped out first. But at the end of the day, does it really matter? If you really love a woman as a man, if you really love her, again, and I talked about this a little bit in the last video that I did about Claressa Shields, you're supposed to do away with old business. Now, again, I don't know if God has called Remy Ma and Papoose to be married. I do believe that God, if you are living for God, that he will select a mate for you. So I don't even know if he called them to be married, but the fact of the matter is they are still married in the eyesight of God, whether God put that marriage together or not. Whether God put that marriage together or not. So if Papoose really loved Claressa, if he really loved her, he would not have even gotten with this woman until he squared away old business. Again, I don't believe in divorce, but I definitely do not believe in a man or a woman still being legally married and then you're getting into another relationship. Getting in another relationship and taking on basically a side chick or a mistress. This relationship is not of God. And to be honest, a lot has been going on in the in the media and social media with Claressa, and I'm not in agreement with a lot of things that she has done, but I am a fan of hers when it comes to boxing. I feel like she's a great boxer. So even though, she's been, I would say, a little bit reckless with her behavior, I still want to see her do well because she's God's child at the end of the day, number one. So we are called to pray for these people despite how they are carrying on. Okay. And number two, she's a really good boxer. So I do want to see her do well in her career. But I just feel like to be in the public eye with a married man, he's now managing your career. He's making, all the decisions. This is stuff that she's actively said. She allows him to make all the decisions. This is the role of a husband. This is not the role of a boyfriend slash married man that you are in a relationship with. And so, I pray that, God will give her some type of encounter and revelation. But 9 times out of 10, again, I don't know the ins and out with Remy Ma and Papoose because she said a lot, he said a lot. But a lot of times, the married man goes back to his wife. A lot of times, if he is still married, if he is still married, a lot of times he will go back to his wife. He will go back to his wife because he realized that's where he really wants to be. And so I don't want to see anybody get hurt in this situation, especially Claressa, because she's young. You can tell that she's head over heels for Papoose. And this very well may not end up well for her, but God is not, if she's listening to this, God's hand is nowhere on this situation. God is not going to bless a sinful situation. God is not going to bless adultery. He's not going to bless adultery. Even when you think about David in the Bible, he wanted Bathsheba. He was so mesmerized by this woman when he seen her taking a bath. He's just enjoying the view and all these different things. He had to have her. So he arranged to have her husband sent off in a war and had him killed. He had to pay a price for that. So God is not going to bless adultery. And so again, I just don't understand why so many people are supporting this relationship. It makes no sense. If you are a believer of Jesus Christ, if you are somebody that believe in love, you believe in marriage, you desire to be married, why in the world would you support an adulterous relationship? Now, I'm not saying get online and attack this girl. I'm not saying get online and attack Papoose, but there are people that are actively wishing them well. She's been on Tamara Hall's show. She's been, in the public eye several times talking about how she desires to get pregnant by this man. This makes no sense why you would be online doing interviews talking about getting pregnant by a married man. And again, God is calling me this season to call some things out. A lot of you guys may say, you shouldn't touch the relationship. God is calling me to do something different this year. I'm doing something that a lot of Christians will not do. And again, we have to be able to correct our brothers and sisters with love when it comes to God, when it comes to the word of God. God is nowhere in this. He's nowhere in this situation. So again, if you guys, I would like to know how you guys feel about this. What do you think about the relationship? I've had some people that have tried to attack me in a certain type of way because I gave my first opinion about Claressa in my first video. But again, I am not going to support bad behavior. And if you guys knew how much I am such a romantic. It's almost like, I don't know, you guys ever heard like hopeless romantics? I'm such a love person. I want to see so many marriages come together. I want to see people have what God has for them when it comes to marriage, but this is not it. This is not it. God is not going to bless you with somebody else's husband. I don't care if they're separated or not. I don't care if they've been separated 20 years. If they are still legally married, God is nowhere in this. And to be honest with you, I really feel like Claressa being attached to this married man, I feel like this is not the full reason, but I feel like this is part of the reason she has not gotten any brand deals and certain things that she has wanted to see happen. She has wanted to see happen in her career. It's because she's attached to this married man. Again, God is not going to bless sin. He's not going to bless adultery. Now, she may think that this relationship is from God, but the devil sends blessings as well. Satan sends blessings as well. God's hand is nowhere in this. The Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. That finds a wife, not that finds a girlfriend, not that finds a mistress. If you're a side chick and if you're a mistress and you're playing the backfield to a man's life, this is even a message for you that relationship, that is not what God has for you. He has something better for you. And that's what I want Claressa Shields to know, that God has something better for you. He has something more for you. He has a husband for you that will be just for you. And he won't be attached to anybody else. God don't send blessings like that. God doesn't do that. I don't believe that. And so I want to see everybody have love, but this is not it. I want to see people not supporting this relationship because it's not of God and it's sinful. It's sinful at the end of the day. So again, I'm hoping that God will release revelation to Claressa and even revelation to Papoose. If you want to be with this woman, seek God. If God is telling you to go back to your wife, that's what you need to do. But stop being with this young girl who's head over heels for you and that wants a future with you. But here it is, you're still married to your wife. Claressa Shields deserves better than that. Every woman deserves better than that. And to be in the public eye claiming this married man, I don't understand it. But again, people that are supporting this relationship, I'm led to believe that they are okay with adultery. They are not living a life for God, because I don't know anybody in their right mind that would be rooting these people on and they're in an adulterous situation. Adulterous. And so again, my prayers go out to Claressa. I'm praying that God gives her revelation, because if this man leaves her, if he goes back to his wife, I think she would be devastated. But I don't know if you guys have ever heard, the way you start something, a lot of times that's the way you will end it as well. So we got to be able to do things in a decent order, the way God is telling us to do it. But again, I feel like God has a husband for Claressa. But a lot of times we're not willing to wait on God. We want to rush and do things the way we want to do it. And when we do things in our own timing, that means we have to deal with unnecessary heartache, all these different things that God don't want us to deal with. So I think she needs to get out of that relationship. And I would like to see people stop supporting it. I would like to see people, because it's sending the wrong message to young girls. It's sending the wrong message to other women that think that this is okay to do and it's not okay to do. So that is it. That is all, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Again, keep it respectful. If you don't, I will have to block you. We're just giving our opinions and having some adult conversation. This is your girl, Jennifer Land, the Crown Jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.